He's got too many brains, that one. He thinks he's better than us all. I don't like that wee fella. Think he's light in his loafers, don't you know?
I really haven't had much interaction with Miss Delacroix. Well, of course, she is my assistant, so I guess I should correct myself and say that I do have interaction with her. But I don't know her very well, really.
Nice working, girl. I knew her when. Now she's a big hotshot museum. What do you call it? Back then, she was a streetwalker, if you catch my drift.
You aren't friends with that swine, are you?
Well, no, I'm not actually.
Good. You do well to stay clear of that Egyptian pig. That bloated maggot ought to be horsewhipped and sent back to the dung-laden wasteland he came from.
I get the impression you don't like him very much.
You could say that, yes.
Why not?
I'd rather not say. Do you always pry into people's personal affairs like this?
It's my job.
You're a professional busybody?
I'm a reporter.
Same thing.
Mr. Smith is a very intelligent fellow. We have become friends of late. I always enjoy the company of one of my countrymen.
There's an odd one. The man comes over from Egypt to get his precious dagger back, then someone steals it. Quite a coincidence, if you ask me. And he doesn't have much of an alibi.
Well, ain't you the hoity-toity dame these days? I almost didn't recognize you with your clothes on.
Excusez-moi, am I knowing you, sir?
Ziggy's my moniker. You gonna pretend you just doesn't know me?
You are making the joke with me, no? Perhaps you have confused me with someone else?
I ain't joking. You're Yvette Delacroix. I'd know that body of yours anywheres.
I am sure I am not knowing what you mean, Monsieur Ziggy.
Oh, I get it. You's is worried one of these hi-hats is gonna hear us, right? Oh, okay. I'm clued in. We can talk later. What makes you think I knows anything about a dame like her? She won't even have anything to do with me. I don't know anything about her. Why ask me?
That's odd. She seems to know you.
She did. What did she say? It ain't true. Listen, that old cow couldn't keep a secret if her life depended on it. I ain't taking the rap for her anyways. Now leave me alone before I calls the cops. Or somebody.
Ah, the Countess. She is not what she seems, no?
What do you mean?
Her last husband, he was afraid of her. He told me. Then as I learned more, I was becoming afraid of her too.
Why? She seems like a nice old lady.
It is all the act, no? She is a dangerous one. Now I think she is after Dr. Carrington's money, since I am seeing them together so often lately.
I don't understand. Why is she so dangerous?
Just be trusting me, Miss Bow. Stay away from the Countess. People die when she's around.
Oh dear.
Now there's a slippery old bat. If she's royalty, then I'm Rudolph Valentino.
Ah, yes. Mr. Smith is a well-respected Egyptologist. He truly loves the desiccated bodies of his ancestors, you know. I think he is a good man.
Do you think it's possible that he stole the dagger?
Possible? Most definitely. Probable? Most unlikely. If he had stolen the dagger, he would be on the first ship back to Egypt. Then again, perhaps he's too clever for that. Or he's lingering behind to wreak his bloody revenge.
Brian, I'm having the hardest of times keeping my hands off you.
Not here, Yvette. There's too many people.
They are not important. You are the most powerful man here, my Ryan.
What about that Carrington guy? He's president of this museum.
The doctor, he is old and weak. You are the young one and strong.
And what would you be wanting, Miss Bow?
Oh, well, I thought I heard you call my name.
You must have been hearing things. I didn't even mention your name.
Oh, sorry. I've got to be going now. Excuse me.
And what were you doing when that fancy dagger was being stolen then?
Let me see. I was sleeping in my hotel room.
You don't sound too sure about that.
I haven't been sleeping too well since I arrived in this country. I'm tired, so I'm not thinking too well.
You're not sleeping well. Would you be having a guilty conscience then?
I do not understand your meaning, Mr. O'Reilly. Perhaps it is the English. It is such a curious language, not as clear as the Egyptian.
Well, you say the dagger is what brought you to this country. If I were in your position, I'd be tempted to steal it.
Steal what has already been stolen? The dagger of Amun-Ra belongs to the Egyptian people, Mr. O'Reilly, not to Dr. Carter, not to this museum, and not to this country.
I'd be watching what you're saying, Dr. Smith. You're digging your hole deeper with every word.
Amun-Ra will seek his own vengeance on those who have removed his dagger from Egypt. Amun-Ra does not require my help.
You say you were sleeping when it was stolen. Were you alone?
That, sir, is none of your business.
Ah, that's where you're wrong, Dr. Smith. It is my business as long as you're a suspect in the burglary.
A suspect? Do you Americans have no shame? I'm here to gain the return of the dagger by legal means. Ask Dr. Carrington.
I have talked to Dr. Carrington, and I know he told you no dice.
The matter is not settled until the last camel drinks from the water of the oasis.
What's that? Some kind of Egyptian double talk?
Excuse me, sir, but I see a turkey leg on the buffet table that requires my attention.